Hey, this is John Carlos, and I'm here with a look at the Star Wars Black Series action figure of Queal. I really dug Queal as a character. I thought he was so lovable, and I don't mean that in like a cute, cuddly way, but he's like honorable, he's helpful, he's a really good dude, and I ended up really loving the character. So I'm really glad that Hasbro made a Black Series figure of him. And when I got this in my hand, I was surprised how much I liked the head. I'm really impressed by this. I think it's a great sculpt. I don't know if it's actually sculpted by hand anymore, if it's just, you know, done digitally by like digital artists, or if it's scanned from the like original like makeup head appliance thing, but this looks perfect. The nose, the mouth, the mustache, the sunken in eyes. It's great. And I didn't know that the head piece came off. Like when I just presumed it was sculpted on. It's so flush with the rest of them that when I touched it, I was like, oh, shoot, this comes off? So that's great. And there's a little space for like his ears to like fit right in there. The paint on the goggles is good. The sculpt on like his scarf, it's like a solid piece that just rests. It's actually attached to the backpack, but it rests on the figure perfectly. The sculpt on the rest of the figure, like the surface of his outfit, the little texture section right there, the little flappy things over his shoes, the details on his gloves. Really, really nice details on all of this. He comes with this blaster with a kind of a loose strap that goes along there. It's a good blaster like in the show, and I like that they included it. It looks good. Now, you do have to pry his fingers apart considerably, considering how thick the handle is. Now, once I pried his index finger and his thumb far enough apart, getting the gun in the hand was pretty easy, but one disappointment is that the wrist hinge is side to side and not up and down. Because I remember like production photos that Hasbro released, and I liked the one where like his arm was fully extended and the gun was like tipped flat with his arm. I thought it looked great, and I wanted to recreate that. But you can't hinge his wrist up and down to make the gun flat with his arm. It can only go side to side. So that's a bummer. I mean, you still pose them in other ways. I think this pose with the gun looks pretty good. Now, this figure is a little bit shorter than your average Black Series figure, and it only has like the one accessory, but I still think it's worth the regular retail price just for the sheer quality of that head sculpt. This is a great Queal figure. If you're a fan of Queal, I don't see how you'd be disappointed by this figure. I think it's absolutely great work from Hasbro. So thanks for watching, everybody. I really like this figure. If you want, you can let me know in the comments below if you like this figure, and don't forget to click subscribe to be up to date with my latest reviews. I have spoken.